What's up, Sky Squad? Y'all know what's up. We are back in the building. Yes, of course, we got some more news for y'all today. I mean, that's what we do. Y'all know how we do it on this channel. We talking about GARCELLE Beauvais. We also talking about that good Tamar and David Adefeso. Okay, we got an update from him on what he says happened in that good car with him and Tamar. Okay, this is turning into something real crazy. But if you are in the chatterization, please let me know where you guys are watching from in the good chatterization. You guys might notice that I have this harness looking thing on right now. It's actually a posture corrector. So I'm just trying it out to see how it works. So y'all know, how you be sitting at the computer for a long time and you end up falling forward and being hunched over. Well, I ain't trying to be hunched over, y'all. I ain't trying to be hunched over. So I'm wearing this good posture corrector today. We're going to see how it works and how it feels. I'll let y'all know what the results are soon. But in that good chatterization, y'all let me know where you guys are watching for. I see we got the DMV in the house, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, ATL, Lansing, Michigan. Good morning, Orlando, Arlington, Texas, Tennessee, Ashland, Virginia, Indiana, Kansas City, Texas, Detroit. I see y'all up in here. I see y'all up in the house. Hey, what's up, Barbados? DC in the house. Okay. Listen. We got to talk about this whole situation with GARCELLE. Now, listen, let's go ahead and get right down to the nitty gritty. First of all, before we even get there, listen, y'all know what to do. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Hit that notification bell button as well. Be sure to join the texting community at 1-202-918-3386 so I can send you guys a text message to let you know exactly when we about to go live. And then you guys can also follow on Facebook as well in case you just like Facebook more than you like YouTube. Okay? Whatever you want, we got it. We got it for you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, y'all always know y'all can get that good detox tea by clicking the link down in the description below. I'm not drinking detox tea today. I am drinking a little bit of Starbucks. Now, let's get down to the nitty to the gritty, okay? Let's do it. First things first, let's get on down to it. Y'all know that good Denise Richards has done quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And honestly, I can't blame her at this point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why stay on this show? She's still got other jobs and things that she's working on, Bold and the Beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? She's doing movies and stuff like that off overseas, even during this whole pandemic. So she's still working. So at the end of the day, she ain't got time to be fooling around with these people, especially from some thirsty broad that's then came on the show talking about they didn't have relations and ain't nobody got no proof of such. Quiet as it's kept. I mean, I think something might have happened between them, but who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? Who really cares what two people do in the privacy of their own home? And it ain't part of the storyline anyway. But that's not even why I want to talk about this whole situation, because what I want to tell y'all is that GARCELLE had previously indicated in an interview before, okay, that she would not be returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills if that good Denise Richards had done quit, okay? Now, after word came out that Denise was leaving, the exclusive came via Variety, okay? GARCELLE posted this. She said, plot twist, okay? She said things just got interesting. Now, this was probably about an hour or so after the news had did its dropperization online, and everybody was talking about it. So at this point in time, let me ask you guys a question. I mean, I don't know how I feel about GARCELLE staying, especially with regards to where she is in relationship with the rest of the ladies. I mean, it don't seem like she got any real friends in that group anyway. So to me, she got the real now. So I don't even know if it's necessary for her to stay. But I will tell you, I would be disappointed if she leaves, because I do feel like, they needed the diversity on that show. But at the end of the day, listen, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. What do y'all think? Do y'all want her to stay or do y'all want her to go? You know what I'm saying? Personally, I think if you want her to go, it's probably for her best anyway, because why stay on this show where they're just going to do the same thing? And I feel like, honestly, without Denise there, GARCELLE is going to be the next target. That's just my thing. I feel like part of me feels like, girl, get to getting while the getting is good. You know what I'm saying? Because you done your thing on the show. You got this new gig at the Real. Go ahead and do the Real, because y'all know, listen, if they go back to filming in the studio at the Real, they be saying that the people have to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Y'all know I used to work on that good morning television as well. And when you guys to show up, you guys to show up early, bright and early. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all like this. GARCELLE and Denise are still actively working jobs in Hollywood. A lot of these other ladies are not working jobs in Hollywood. So you're not going to see Garcelle really get down and get into anybody that much, I don't think, unless they really push her. Because even during the reunion, you could tell she was trying to keep herself composed and classy and all that good stuff. So I don't even know what to say, if she should stay or she should go. But let me tell you something I didn't appreciate. That good Erika Jayne typing this up on that good Twitter after Denise had made her announcement. It's basically her saying bye, and then these little kids slamming the door in this little girl's face as she's trying to make her way in. I was just like, come on now, Erika, you ain't brought nothing all season long, okay? You ain't brought nothing all season long. And at the end of the day, quiet as it's kept, you need to be on the lookout for a pink slip yourself, because honestly, you ain't really bring that much to the franchise since you've been on the show, okay? You ain't really brought. Sutton has brought more to this franchise in one season, flying people on her private jets, than you have brought in the past 3 seasons alone. Boom. Okay. Boom. How you like them apples? Now, anyway, let me know if you guys could think of another person that would fit in instead of Garcelle. I saw somebody put down a Nicole Murphy. Now that would be nice and scandalous. You know what I'm saying? We'll just have to see what happens. I feel like they need new cast as well. You know, I'm just not. I felt like, you know, with Erika Jayne's response right here, I felt like it wasn't really a classy thing to do. And I feel like, you know, if you have nothing nice to say in this instance, don't say anything, because it basically makes her come across like the mean girl and like the ice queen that everybody is saying that she is. So move right on along, okay? And speaking of moving right on along, y'all know we got to talk about this whole Tamar situation. Now, y'all knew, okay? Let's not even pretend, because this thing is still breaking. The stories are still going on and people are still speaking out, and the episode still airs tonight at, I think, 9 p.m. on that good WeTV. And let me know in that good chatterization if you are going to be watching, because I know I am, okay? But what we got to talk about right now, listen. That good David Adefeso, y'all. He telling it all. He is telling it all. He did a live, I'm assuming it was last night, okay? He did a live last night where he basically detailed exactly what happened to him according to him, okay? Now, it was a longer video. I'm only going to show you a short clip of it, and we're going to talk about it, okay? Now, in this clip, he talks about, you know, how he never feels like it's right to put pause on anybody. And he also alleges that he never did that, okay? He also talks about how he says that this stuff didn't happen the way the media is portraying it out to be. So let's just take a look at it and see exactly what the get down is, okay? And then we'll kind of talk about it right afterwards.
I was driving on high speed, a blow to my neck, my jugular. For those of you who know about...
Now he says there was a blow to the good jugularization, okay? Just wanted you guys to understand that. A blow to the good jugularization.
Medicine and the jugular, that's what carries blood to your brain. When you're hit there, it discombobulates you. And I thought I was going to crash. You know, but I was driving fast. I had to call my mom. I called my mom. A 50-year-old guy having to call his mom when he's driving. And my mom started praying. 10 hours in the car, my mom started praying. Only to find out that after the blow, I was being secretly recorded.
Now, right here, he reveals that he was being secretly recorded, okay? Secretly recorded. I'm assuming now this is after the good jugularization happened, and he said he was crying out for his mom, okay? I guess he called her or something like that, but whatever the case may be, he says it right here that he was being secretly recorded, okay? So I just want to point that out.
That's illegal and unfair. And the tapes being sent to my family. The tapes of being distressed, in pain, calling my mom, were being sent to my family and other people. Um, sorry. Anyway, my car was destroyed. I drive a Rolls Royce, many of you know. Almost $30,000 in damage. And I can't really continue to speak about this because the cops are involved. It's a criminal case now for the damage, damage to the car, the taping, the assault. But I'll tell you something. Despite all that, and despite the fact that we're separated, and we're pretty much over. The love never goes away. I love Tamar from the bottom of my heart. I always have, and I will continue to. No matter what she needs, I'll be there as a support for her. The way I've been from day one. Whatever she needs, I'll be there. That's my promise, and I will not speak out ill against somebody I love so much. I've always loved. So, I want to end with one thing, a phrase, which was sent to me by my cousin. And it was Exodus 14:14. God will fight your battles. You only have to be silent. So, I'm going to let the police case, reach its logical conclusion. The courts reach their logical conclusion. And I'm going to continue what I believe to be my mission, and that's to help people. And so I'll continue to do that. And that's what we're going to do today. But before I say that, I'm going to say one thing about what was told about me, Tamar, or anybody else. It's a complete and absolute falsehood. I have never, ever, ever, and never will, ever. I grew up in a household. My parents were together for 50 years. They were married. I lived in the home for 21 years, but I observed them for over 40 years. And my mom and dad were the most loving and kind couple to each other.
So, someone asked why he was talking to the media. I don't think he was specifically speaking to the media, but it was a live that he did. And I think if you guys go to his Instagram page, you can see he kind of does these videos and stuff like that. And I'm guessing they may be like motivational videos or something like that. I'm not really sure. Here's the thing. There are aspects of his story that sound believable. But I guess it's, and part of me is like, well, why are you speaking out though? But I feel like because I would ask if I was interviewing him, I would be like, well, why are you speaking out about this? Because it's making you seem as though you want to bring extra attention to this when it's really a matter for the police to handle at this point if you say it's a criminal case, okay? So for me, it would almost seem as though you would not say anything until, something was resolved or the situation was handled in court. I do want to say a couple of things. I do feel like, as we saw with the Tahiri and Vado situation, these things are often very complicated. And sometimes it's very difficult to tell who started what, who initiated the whole situation, and who was really the victim in the situation. Because we wasn't there. We weren't there, so we don't know. But it's also about how you handle the aftermath of these situations. That's also very telling. Okay. Now, on the one hand, I guess he could be wanting to defend his name. I really don't know because, obviously there's one story in the on both sides of the media. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like this is one of those situations where you don't want to. I mean, in my mind, I could not even fathom myself having the wherewithal or the grip on reality. If this had happened to me, I cannot see myself having the mental clarity or fortitude to sit up on an Instagram and make any type of statement. That's just me. You know, when we have been, think about it like this. When we have been through something traumatic, don't we? I mean, to me, the natural thing is I want to disappear for a minute. I want to just go away. I want the thing to go away. Even if you go through a breakup, right? Because this is still a breakup, according to him. The last thing I want to do is talk to anybody in public about this. I don't want to make no post about it. I don't want to make a live about it. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and stew in the privacy of my own bed in the dark, okay? Eating a bunch of pizza, oodles and noodles, Chick-fil-A, okay, Chipotle, and that's it. And listening to some sad music and watching, binge watching some shows for a couple of weeks. That's what I want to do. Okay, so that's just me. So I think that's the reason why people are looking at him like with a little bit of a side eye. Because here's the thing. I respect the fact that these situations happen to men and they happen to women. It's unfortunate either way. But again, to me, it's like I got to also look at how people handle what they say happened to them. And I cannot tell another person how to react because we all are different. So I acknowledge that. But what I also have to acknowledge to y'all is I don't think most people would take this route. I don't care that the show was about to air. And if this happened to me, the show takes a back seat to my mental sanity because I don't even have who has that strength to, I mean, and again, I don't know. Again, who has the desire, better word, who has the desire to go speaking publicly about something that you say that just happened to you that was so traumatic? It seems like to me, that would take months. That would take months for me to process and to really want to really actually talk about it. Beyond you filing the police report, beyond you filing the restraining order, and but beyond this being a criminal situation, there's nothing else to say. There is nothing else to say beyond the actions that you took to solidify that justice was done in the situation. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about public perception at that moment. I don't. If it was really that, I care about seeking justice, and that's it. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but at the end of the day, the proof is in that. So to kind of speak out and do this live so soon after the incident occurred, it's just kind of weird to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Okay, boom. All of us, you make a great point, and I thank you for this donation. And in this instance, if that is the case, that's even more of a reason why you would not say anything and you would handle everything through your lawyer, okay? At that level, if you're making X amount of dollars, you're making X amount of money and you're handling people's money, you pay people to handle this. You don't jump on a live yourself and talk about it. You pay your lawyer, you pay your manager, you pay all the people who you employ to take care of these situations. Your PR professional, they're the ones who handle it. You somewhere sitting chilling on an island right now, trying to get yourself together. You're not dealing with this. Your lawyer is. So to me, I just feel like, nah, I ain't. That ain't how it's done to me. And that's just my thought. Mimi, when you got money like that, you ain't speaking up. You not getting on here. When you got, listen, here's a couple of things. When you got money and when you in business like that, you're not making these types of statements personally, especially not on your social media. You sending your statement is coming from your your lawyer and your PR person, and then they're usually posting it to a media outlet that can get this word further. When you post a live like this, you have to know that the outcome is blogs and media outlets are going to pick this up in their own way, not via the way that you want it to be picked up. Does that make sense? You're going to release a statement through People magazine. You know what I'm saying? You're going to release a statement through Page 6 or something like that. You're not getting on a live and saying anything. That's just my thought. Or that's what I would do. Exactly, Mountain Kitty. When you have this type of money, you don't just pick up your phone and start talking. You consult a lawyer and your PR team. And the reason why you do that is to ensure that you don't say anything that would tarnish the case or that would hurt the case or that would put you in jeopardy any further. Exactly, especially if it's a criminal case. And again, it's not I think it's less about do we believe him? I think it's just I just wish that he had handled it different. Does that make sense? That's where I'm coming from. Oh, listen, she's not off the hook here. There are some issues that are clearly going on with her as well. There are. Thank you for the super chat, Queen Me. She is a common denominator in a lot of the drama that occurs in her life. And we also have to take accountability for the situations that we find ourselves in time and time again. And once we start to take accountability, take some time away to reflect, we can start to see a better path forward to us. And we can start to see, and I don't think she's seen this, her cycle of trauma. I don't think she's seen that. So until she sees that, I think it could be a little bit difficult to move forward. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist. That's just what it seems like. Okay. That's just what it seems like based on what she has openly admitted on air and based on the things that we've seen in the news, issues with her going back to her events, her and the network, her and her sisters. And the fact of the matter is right now, what you guys notice is her sisters are silent. Her family is silent. And you have to ask why. I really try to be. You have to ask why no one is coming out and speaking out in her defense outside of friends. Why are her sisters not? And that's something that you're going to have to pay attention to in the coming weeks. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. We'll see. We'll have to see how things play out. Watch the episode. I'm going to tell you right now, based on my sources, watch and see the episodes, and we may get an idea of why the sisters are not saying anything. And maybe because maybe either they don't know truthfully, I don't think it's anything. I don't think that there's anything bad on the sisters' end. I just think that there is. I think that Tamar may be the central figure in the issues of her life. Not that I'm not coming down on her. I'm just pointing out what it seems to be. And Malibu eyes, that could be the case as well. There was a comment here that I saw. Tyra, I hope that the show is not edited to favor ratings and not the truth. I'm hoping that they will show exactly things in the chronological order that they occurred, and you know, just show the real deal if you're going to show the show. So honestly, again, like I said, guys, we'll have to see how this whole situation plays out. Again, I think that this is far from over. We're going to hear more about this as more people start to shed light on exactly what happened. For Tamar's part, I hope that she stays silent. Okay, I'm taking off my news hat, and I think that the smart play for her would be to stay silent right now and just to let, from my knowledge, from what I've heard, and this could be not true, but I've heard that she got rid of a lot of her team. By her team, I'm meaning management, you know, PR, all that good stuff. And I heard that everything was being happened through a lawyer. Not necessarily sure, but that could be, but that's what I'm hearing. So my hope is that on a personal level, that she lets her team handle all of this moving forward, and she just fades into the background and gets it together. Gets it together. That's it. Gets it together. And what he should do is stop talking to the press, or don't talk to no more lives about this. If anything, he wanted to make a live about, it's how to recover from, you know, a scandal. I mean, where in the world is Olivia Pope when you need her? Okay. Where is Olivia Pope when you need her? Now, so many questions, so little answers. Again, I think that they should both pull away from the spotlight and take some time. Let the court system handle this. Let the police or whomever handle it. And you know, there's no point. There's no winner in this situation for either one of them to speak out publicly at this point. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in this situation. I know Olivia Pope hung up the white hat. So we just got to see what happens. Listen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. If some more news drops, I definitely will be coming at you guys. A couple of quick things, just to kind of note, I will be going live with All About the Tea at 3 p.m. So follow the All About the Tea YouTube page, subscribe to their page. We talk about all the Housewives shows on different days. And today we're going to be discussing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Mountain Kitty and Egypt B, please email me when you get a moment. You guys have been killing it with the moderation station. I really appreciate y'all for doing so. And everybody who logged into the chat today, if you wrote a comment, if you typed anything down here, y'all know from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all. And it makes again, y'all make my day. And y'all help me process these things that we see in the media. So somebody asked if I heard the Bow Wow recording. I did, and I could not even bring myself to talk about it on here because it was so disgusting to me. I couldn't even believe what I was hearing. There was nowhere for me to go with that story. There was nowhere for me to, I could not even process what I was hearing when I heard that Bow Wow recording. And for those of you who guys are wondering what I'm talking about, go to the It's On Site Instagram page. The recording is there. It's a recording of him and Kiyomi. And again, it's so allegedly of him and Kiyomi. I guess I should say that. Yeah. Somebody asked what's going on with Rihanna. I am told with Rihanna, it was a motorbike or motor scooter accident that she'd gotten herself into. Someone said something about a bruise on Tamar's arm. Hold on one second. Give me a second, guys. I just want to look that up real quick. I don't see it. Maybe I just haven't gone back far enough. Oh, side note, did y'all see? Oh, thank you. I don't know who shouted me out, but I really appreciate that. Y'all know if I can shout any listen, the people in the blogging community, I am so in love with other bloggers and other media outlets. And the reason I always will show them love is because I used to work in news and I know how cutthroat it was. And I always vowed when I left news that I would never be that person. I would never be that person to tear another person down who worked in this industry. And so that is why you will always hear me support any other blogger. And I will tell you guys exactly where to go and find some information on whoever's site or whatever. So I have no problem with that at all. So apparently there was some images, I guess, on Hollywood Unlocked, and Sharon says that he has some exclusives on Tamar. So, gagging with Jason Lee. So you guys check him out as well. Kimmy says that Jason Lee spoke to Tamar. Okay. So we'll have to see what happens. Again, I hope that Tamar stays out of the spotlight. I hope she takes some time away, let her people do the talking for her. And I feel like if she just gets herself together, takes some time to recuperate, she can recover from all of this. She can recover from all of this. Put it into her next album. And that's all I would do if I was her. Put it into that next album and that's it. Show the healing through the art. And I think that's the way creatives and people like her move through these types of situations. And with him being a businessman, what he should do is close your phone, and unless it's for a business call, stay off the Facebook with these types of lives, and just just let the system handle whatever is the issue. That's just my thing. With that being said, guys, listen, stay positive. Y'all keep wearing y'all masks, love on each other, and I will see you guys in the next video.